welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me over the last week while we were on vacation with my parents. We had the best time, and I am so grateful to them for making that possible for us. I also have a very exciting life announcement. If you did not see my community post, I got a job. Yay! Cue the confetti and the applause. I am so excited. I now have a part-time weekends only job at a local kids clothing store that we love going to, and I am so excited to also be working there. The pay is and the hours are really good for what I'm going to be doing, so I'm really excited about that. But with that being said, we actually need to move some things around in the budget to accommodate that. My first day is going to be Saturday, so I am recording and uploading this on Thursday, August 7th, and then this upcoming Saturday is going to be my first day, and we have arranged for childcare as my husband is out of town. So going forward past this weekend, my husband will be here to watch our son on the weekends while I go to work, and I will still be primarily stay-at-home mom during the week, but especially right now where my husband is in school full-time, having this extra income is going to really help us make ends meet and also still make progress towards our financial goals. So let's see what we're going to work with here. I have this random 52 cents up here. That is because I overshot the Tricare. So our Tricare, I had originally budgeted $275, but when it came out, it was only $274 and some change. So I just adjusted the target because this is one of those fixed expenses that does not change. So going forward, we're only going to set aside the $274.48. I just couldn't remember the exact amount of cents that was due to come out. So anyway, we got a weird number and ready to assign, but it's about to get weirder because we're going to go into September and pull funds to fund a new category. So typically we do not need childcare between myself, my husband, and the grandparents. We typically are not paying for childcare. I know that we're really lucky in that sense, and that will change in September when our son goes to preschool. But in terms of like babysitting for date nights and appointments and things like that, that's not typically something that we have to budget for, which is a huge blessing. But this weekend we do actually need to budget for babysitting. I'm also going to put /childcare here. And then what emoji do we want? Let's just do baby bottle. He doesn't really do baby bottles anymore, but it's still cute to have. So I'm going to add a babysitting and childcare line item because this weekend I have someone coming to watch him because my husband is out of town, and I'm going to be paying her $10 an hour, which I know is probably going to sound really low to some people and really high to others, and trust me, she's good. She's good with the $10 an hour. She's just excited to make some money before she goes back to school. So we need to now fund this ready to assign right here. So we need to pull $109.48 from September. We are working on funding September's goals here. So we are going to come and see what we can adjust here. Let's see. I think I'm going to pull let's keep subscriptions funded because those are all small. There's a lot of time between now and the 22nd, so I'm gonna pull this $88.77 for the Chase minimum payment. I'm gonna pull that, and then I'm also gonna pull this from the dental because we won't have to pay those until way late in September. So let's pull those. $5.13. Where can we pull that from? I'm just gonna pull it from gas because we can fund that category anytime. Okay, so that should put us good. Okay, beautiful. That should put us good for this. I'm working 11 hours, paying her $10 an hour just via Cash App or PayPal, so $110 is perfect for that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to do in this video. This video is going to be a little bit shorter, only because I'm planning to film again tomorrow and do our week 1 August spending recap, but I want to make sure we can get through Friday because I have a feeling we might do some spending tomorrow. We need to go to the grocery store, but I'm going to try to get it as close to 0 as possible at the grocery store tomorrow because we still have a ton of WIC benefits that we need to use. I try to space them out so that we normally have one grocery week that is like a really, really low spend. So yeah, so far we are doing really good this month. I'm really proud of us. We haven't had anything, knock on wood, we haven't had anything sort of unexpected come up except for maybe this job that I got. It happened very quickly. Everything just kind of aligned and fell into place, which was, yeah, really exciting. But yes, definitely wanted to get the childcare line item going, especially because going forward, if I do need to pay a babysitter or someone to come hang out with our son while I'm at work, I want to have this as a line item where we can just throw some money in there. I'm not going to set a target for it because again, it's so inconsistent as to when we actually need it. So I'm just going to leave it there and we'll fund it as we go, as we need. I'm also like looking over our budget. This is the first time I'm looking at it since we came back from vacation, but so far so good. Oh, another thing that's happening is I did get my reimbursement check. So if you'll remember last month in July, one of the things that we spent, I spent $91 for catering. And that was for a church event, and I did get this $91.12 back. I just deposited the check today, so we should be seeing that money come back to us, which is actually kind of perfect because we're going to be spending $110 on childcare this week, so that will help us refund some of those things that we had to pull from in September in order to make that happen. But we are making very good progress on September. We've got most of our big bills funded through the first half of the month, and then we are working on we've got our subscriptions. These are all auto pulled. That's part of why we fund these. And then we've got our variable expenses. The other reason that we prioritize these first is just because these come out on auto pay. Like we can choose for the most part, like when we get gas or groceries, like we can stretch it if we need. And we've already got some money funded for all of these categories thus far. Like we have $100 for Costco, we have $57 for groceries, and we already have a decent amount in gas. And these are things that we can spread out over the course of that first part of the month if we need to stretch things. I hope that makes sense. Okay, everything else is looking good. I don't even know why I have these. Like, we're not doing anything really with these right now except for the license renewals. Because our income is pretty low at the moment. But you know what? This extra $700 something a month from this job is going to go a long way. So anyway, that is all we had to do today. I just wanted to give you guys an update. I will let you know how my first weekend of work goes and how everything shakes out, but I have a really good feeling about it. I am very, very excited. And yeah, we've got our budget, we've got our childcare updated, and then I will see you guys again tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm going to be filming tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to update the August, actually upload the August budget video for the first week of August, but it will probably be Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to try to do it when I'm not at work so that I can be in the comments with you guys while it's happening. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. My debt confession video really took off in the last couple of days, and so we have so many new faces here, and I am just so grateful about the little community that we're building here. So thank you guys so much for being here. I will talk to you guys soon.